morning, everybody. It is your boy Nick Diaz, and I'm coming back at you with another Gematria video. Thank you so much for your support on that first video, by the way. It was actually very surprising to me that as many people came as they did, and I'm just very grateful, and I'm happy that people want to spread this work along. So, as I talked about yesterday with the celebrity deaths, there's actually one celebrity death that I've been interested in for quite some time, other than the other ones I talked about. It was the death of Ian Curtis, who is the lead singer of Joy Division, this band from the UK who basically introduced post-punk to the world. So Ian Curtis is my guy. He was born on July 15th, 1956, and his full name is Ian Kevin Curtis, which you'll see something really interesting already off the bat. So watch, let me get this guy's name in here. By the way, if you want to see this work for yourself, you can type this work out for yourself. You can just come to Gematrinator.com. There's a fellow, somebody in the truth community built this calculator that allows you to calculate the gematria values of words, and it's pretty good. Gematrinator.com is the place to go. All right, so Ian Kevin Curtis's name, there's two things that I want you to notice. This 67 and this 175 right here. So as I talked about yesterday with Dimebag Darrell, blood sacrifice, spell it correctly, blood sacrifice equals 67. And the thing about 67 is it comes up a lot with celebrity deaths. That number comes up a lot. So does 86. Like, think of the term 86 to get rid of. But with Ian Kevin Curtis equals 67, and his name equals 175, like how he was born on May 17th. But he died of a hanging at the age of 23 on May 18th, 1980, a day before him and his band Joy Division were going to start their tour of the United States and Canada. It's very strange. He had epilepsy and depression throughout his youth, and it was said that he hung himself right before he died. And right before he died and went on tour with Joy Division. So I just thought it'd be interesting to take a look at everything. He died very recently. He died around the time that Chris Cornell died. Chris Cornell was famous for Soundgarden. Soundgarden also equals 175. It also equals 58, like Freemasonry equals 58. But yeah, and he died around in the summer, or he died around the time that Chris Cornell died. 175 for Soundgarden, and then he died at 77 Bart Street. Let me show you that real quick. This was, there we go. He died on the evening of May 17th, 1980, and then, let me see. There it is. When she returned to his house at 77 Bart Street in Macclesfield, Cheshire, his demeanor had changed, and he informed his wife that he intended to spend the night alone, and then eventually he committed suicide by hanging himself in his kitchen. He was 23. Well, that's the key word. 77 Barton Street. I'm sorry, 77 Barton Street. What do you think Barton Street equals? Barton Street equals 77. He killed himself at 77 Barton Street. It also equals 157, like how his birthday was July 15th, a date that can be written 157. And something else that are like his date of death. I'm sorry, like his date of death was like his day birth was 157. His name equals 157. I talked about this number yesterday in the death of Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant died 157 days after his 41st birthday, and if you write out Kobe Bryant, it equals 41 and 157. But back to Ian Curtis. Back to Ian Curtis. He died 58 days after his birthday. And that's interesting right here. Let me show you this. His birthday was July 15th, 1956, and he died on May 18th, 1980. So if you put the day he died, which is 5/18/1980, till his 24th to what would have been his 24th birthday, you're going to see that it's a span of 58 days. And let me see. There we go. It's a span of 58 days. It's also 8 weeks and 2 days, but this is the key number here, 58 days. Freemason equals 58, Masonry equals 58, a bunch of stuff equals 58. Like I said earlier, Soundgarden equals 58. But another key thing, he died of a hanging. His name Ian Curtis equals 42. Oh, sorry. His name Ian Curtis equals 42. Like how he died of a hanging. Hanging equals 42. He died at midnight. Let me see. He died a little bit after midnight. Oh, if you spell it correctly. Sorry. Midnight equals 42. You know what I mean? Yeah, hanging also equals 129, like how Ian Curtis equals 129. I just noticed that right now. I just picked that up. Excuse me. The other thing about the number 58 that I actually forgot to mention was secret society equals 58. Equals 58. And that's all, and it's interesting because like that's all these things are really. That's what they are. Freemasonry equals 58. And that's their secret societies that just try to rule over us and do what they want to do. They kill artists that we love and that we cherish, and right before they turn famous, they make them famous, only to kill them just the same way they made them famous, and are blindly to us. We don't even think about it. We couldn't even think about what if somebody was killed for their art. What if somebody was killed for some record company that's trying to do some sadistic game, try to play some sadistic game on us? Nobody even considers that. Nobody looks at it from like a logistical way and thinks, what if, does it make sense to you that somebody would kill themselves right before their band right before their band goes on tour and becomes famous? I know Ian Curtis was depressed and he had epilepsy and his marriage was failing, and a lot by that. But I feel like if you were truly a musician in a band about to make your art and go and share to the world your music to the world and go on this huge tour, I don't know if you would truly take your life. I've never been in that situation. I've known people who've tried, but I've never been in that situation before. So if you want to leave me a comment or something about that, I would very much like to talk to some people more about this, but this is just my theory and my evidence to show, what if Ian Curtis didn't kill himself? What if he was murdered by something else? Leave your ideas, give me some feedback. I love talking to people. As always, I am Nick Diaz, and keep on doing your thing, Truth Seekers.